yours. Hi all, did the same as usual. A sneak preview there. Hope everybody's well. Here we are. I ran out of shirts, so I thought I'd put this lot on. And do you know, oh, I don't know if that's the right way, is it? Brand new suit. Bought it for the various cruises I would have been on already, and so I thought I'd better get it out. So here we are. And I've got a slight sniffle. I think I must have got a cold or something. Believe me, I won't be wearing this too much for the rest of the day, and I'm not promising that I've got black trousers on either. Okay, so however, I'm not going to tell you what's on down there anyway. So what are we doing today? We are, first things first, anybody who's a member, you should have got an email this morning, and if you didn't get an email, then search for it. So it may have gone to spam or to junk. So do make sure, because you will have got an email if you are a member. So, and that you could have looked at the intro, etc. And the intro is going to be similar to what I'm going to be doing today. So today is going to be very similar to what we've done normally. But what I am going to do is the seminar, I'm afraid, is going to be me talking about the website. So we've got a quiz at the start, a quiz at the end, and then I'm going to chat about the website and take you through some of what's going to be happening. This Monday one will still be here. So those of you who aren't joining up, we will still be around on a Monday, but it will be connected to what we're talking about on the website. Okay. And so hopefully we'll be having some fun, and then from then on, bear in mind, if you are a member, you will always be able to access any live show from the website, and I will show you that in a moment. So I think what we'll do, rather than discussing the weather, because it is different, is we're going to just look at a quiz. Let me get myself straight here. Let's look at the quiz. Remember, I left you with this one from Friday, and another tricky one. One no trump from your partner. We're playing a weak no trump, and then a two spades overcall. One no trump from your partner, two spades overcall. One no trump, two spades overcall, and it's your choice of bid. So I left you with that one, and so we'll get a few answers, I'm sure, from that. And then I'm going to go to here. So let's have a look. So hopefully you've seen that quiz. This is just a reminder of how we all started. So it's been 39 now. This is the 40th, but the 39, of course, were for charity. And this is the total without the gift aid. So if we add in the gift aid, it's well over £30,000. So that's fantastic. That's a great effort. I can't thank you enough for that. And I know that Cancer Research themselves are very thankful because they've emailed me, etc. And as I said before, they've been struggling a little for funds. So that's brilliant. So well done, everybody. Remember, if you didn't get an email and you are a member, then please do check your junk and your spam, because you will have got one. And sometimes early on when you're being emailed by a new company, you need to tell them, no, that's brilliant. I want all the emails from him. Okay. So let's go back there. And then we've got the website here. It says 1 day until founder membership closing. It's not. Please do understand. Please do understand that if you have started your negotiations to join, you will still be a founder member. So I know a few people have struggled. I'm going to be honest, I got an early night, or early-ish night. So I was in bed before midnight. Helen was working her socks off last night, and it was a late one for her, because she wanted, I mean, she's amazing. She wanted to make sure that everybody was dealt with, and that incomplete registrations and things like that. The girls in the office are now trying to make sure. So we will have you all in if you've started, and of course you can still join, but from the next day it will be $13.99 for those who join up later. There is one other option. If you are a subscriber to Bridge Magazine, you will see there will be an advert in this Bridge Magazine which will say you will still be able to get the offer, the Founders Member offer, until the end of July. But that's only would be subscribers to the Bridge Magazine. So it's an exciting time. So let's have a look. Some of you will have seen this. So this is your member sign-in. So you'll be able to log in from 12 o'clock. Okay, and then this is what I want you to look at. So I'm going to take you through this. So this is the menu bar that crosses it. It'll be slightly different, only slightly different. And I'm going to start with live. So let's come back here. So the live, but the home button I hope is obvious. The live button. So what does the live button do? Well, as you can imagine, the live button is for all the live events. So it's going to be nice and simple here, I think. So rather than needing a link from us, you go to the website, you click on live. If I'm not live, there will be a sort of blank screen there. Okay, but the beautiful thing is in that section, okay, in that section you'll have all of the archived lives. So I don't expect all of you to be able to watch things live, but of course you'll be able to see them all there. So Monday, Friday, and the teams. We will not be having a Wednesday live. So it'll be Monday live, Friday live, and the Friday teams. How's it going to work? Well, generally the Monday is going to be all at 11, the lives there, other than of course the teams. And I know you know what time that starts, Suzanne. So, so 11 o'clock, the normal time, we're trying to keep it similar. Mondays will be connected to what the seminar has been on the website. So what we'll generally do is follow up. I'm looking for questions and things like that, so you'll be asking questions throughout on the seminars, etc. And what we'll do is put that together, and the Monday will then be talking about what's been talked about on the website. But don't get me wrong, if you're not a member, you'll still, I'm hoping, get something out of that. The Friday, we're aiming just to bring the level down a little, because we're trying to be all inclusive, as it were. There will still be things, I hope, for everybody, but it will be just a slightly easier level. I suppose the statement and transfers level, okay, but trying to keep it slightly easier. For the moment, the 39 seminars are still available, and on the website we have catalogued them. Okay, we have catalogued them. I say we, Helen has catalogued them. She's labelled them all, and you'll be able to find them in the archive, which I will be coming to in a moment. So that's the live. What else have we got? We move over to quizzes. So quizzes, I'm hoping you're all going to enjoy those. Each week you're going to have 3 quizzes. You will have a bidding quiz, a lead quiz, or what we're calling the prize quiz, and a declare a play quiz. Okay, a lead quiz, a bidding quiz, and a declare a play quiz. The bidding quiz will actually be the quiz that I give you at the end of this seminar. Okay, and then you'll be able to get the answer on the website. The good news for those of you who aren't members or whatever, we will allow you to get the answer, but you do need to log in for free for that. So you will have to give us your email address if you're okay with that, but that's the quiz at the end. So that's the bidding quiz. The lead quiz is our prize quiz. 5 choices you can choose. If you get it right, you can enter the draw for the prize, which at the moment is a fantastic prize. It is. Being able to play in the teams match with Bernard or against Bernard or on one of the teams. So this first week, the winner will be playing against me. I am playing with Suzanne, Susie Lisa, and my opponents will be the winner and whoever they want to play with. It does have to be a member, so hopefully they're partners on board, or they can play with one of our team or anything, you know, so, but they don't have to if they don't want to, but that will be Friday, so we'll have some fun. The way that works is, the plan is we play it as normal. So those of you who have watched it, At the end, we will have a Zoom, so we'll have a half an hour Zoom if you want to be in joining that. I will increase my wine intake during that Zoom meeting, but anybody who's playing will be able to join that. So that's just the 8 people, as it were, if they want to. And we'll have a little chat for half an hour afterwards and scream at each other, because you sometimes need to do that. Okay, so that might require, if you're not used to Zooming, it might require you to get Zoom, but that's easy enough. As I say, that's only for the participants in the actual thing. We might do some other things on Zoom, who knows, as we go on. So the quizzes and the other ones you just do at your own thing. I give an answer to them all. All of the quizzes have an answer which I video, so they'll be sort of between 8 and 12 minutes depending on how much I waffle. The second week's quiz got proofread a couple of days ago, and fortunately they I wish they hadn't have found anything wrong with it, but there was enough wrong that I had to redo it, and I ended up doing 2 extra minutes of waffle. So there you go. So yes, I will give the answer, and if you don't like that answer, of course you'll be able to go on and talk to me about it, either in the forum or go on Facebook or something like that. I'll be explaining that in a moment. So those are the quizzes. What we've got is, in your home, we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to have 4 big buttons. Rather than just a menu, you'll have 4 big buttons which will take you to the more important places of the website. So that's the quizzes. The hands we're moving on to here. Hands are the hands of the week. So I'm picking 2 hands, and I'm just going to talk you through the hands. Those with Q+ will have the option of playing them, because they are hands that I've taken from the Q+ software. They're completely random hands, but I just go through them and then find an interesting one. The first hard one is hard, but there are 2 hands. One is called the harder hand of the week, and the other one the easier hand of the week. And again, you just have a look with me and go through them. If you happen to have the Q+ software, of course, as I say, you can actually play the hands yourself before you look, but you don't. I'm not expecting many to do that. Okay. So those are the hands of the week. I'm keeping you busy here because that's another 9 or 10 minutes. And then, of course, we go on to the seminar button. The seminar button. So the seminar button, okay, is basically the seminar of the fortnight. So I'm doing 1 seminar each fortnight. That's about, what? About an hour, 50 minutes. Don't forget, you don't have to sit through it all. I know you're used to these 15-minute slots that I do. The beautiful thing is you can just pause it, go away, come back, and etc., depending on how you feel. The seminar, and then you can look at the set hands. So the set hands, you've got various options. I've created 8 hands to go with the seminar. Okay, and then I've got a video for each of those set hands. So there's 8 more videos. I'm sorry, this is hard work, isn't it? So, but it's over a fortnight this, but 8 and between 8 and 10 minutes. The options you've got is you can just watch the videos, but you also have the option of playing the set hands. Okay. You also have the option of playing the set hands. So how can you play them? You can play them on your own software, whether you've got Q+ or a different form of software. You can play them on BBO privately, if you'd like to do that, or you can play them in one of the BBO events that we're creating. Okay, now on those events, if you haven't got a partner, you can go on to the partnership desk, okay, and find a partner that way, or we've got both on the forum, which I'll come to, and Facebook. We'll be trying to get people together in that way. There are a lot of singles. When I've been running events for 2 years, just 2 years. I'm not going to know, for a long time, 20 odd years, and we love our singles. Singles love coming on. I hope they do. Oh, I seem to get that impression. Love coming on the events because we try to get people together. Of course, you don't always get a hit. Oh my goodness, no. Sometimes you don't. But we try to mingle people around and make sure that they find someone that suits them. Okay. So we really are looking to bring you together, and that's the whole point: bring you together as a community, etc., and have some fun. Q Plus is not Mac compatible. Over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to look into that and see if there's more options in terms of software. Okay, because I know a lot of you have Macs. Believe me, I know that. Okay, so the other element, of course, as I say, there are, I've got to remember, 7 slots per week for you to play the set hands. So there's one set of 8 hands, so you can choose one of 14 different dates, as it were. Tuesdays at 11 and 2, Wednesdays at 11 and 2, Thursdays at 8, Fridays at 2, and Saturdays at 11. I think that's them all, and that's times 2. So you've got plenty of time. Do not rush to go and do it, because otherwise we get too many people at the same time. So you've got all the time. And don't forget, the idea is you watch the seminar first. Those of you who have been on our events, you think, okay, look, I'm going to sit down and watch Bernard, then I'll have a tea and coffee, and then I'll have a go at the hands. Can you see the idea? You don't have to do that. It's your website. You can do anything you like, of course. This is my dream. Okay, sorry, I'm losing it. Library. The library. What's the library? Well, you can imagine what the library is. We're moving the magazines gradually over from the Mr. Bridge website. They will still be there as well. So this, at the moment, you've got 2008, 2009 and 2010. So you can look through articles. So at the moment, there's 18 magazines that you can scroll through at your heart's content and have a look. Okay, so 18 magazines there. And the other archive, of course, is your 39 COVID charity seminars, all with the names of the seminars involved in them. So if you want to go back to any of them, the leads there, you'll see leads 1, leads 2, leads 3, or teams 1, teams 2, teams 3. And so nice and easy for you, and you just go to the archive and there they are. Okay. All of the future archives, as it were, will be in the live folder, but the old archive has and we will probably put more things in that archive once we get going. Also, once we get your feedback. One of the main ideas of this website is to see how you get on with it and come back to me with your thoughts. Some people will be thinking, oh, I thought this was going to happen or that going to happen. It'll be good to know. Okay. So I'll be coming to iPads in a moment. The community. Okay, now this is very much up to you. How does the community work? We have 2 elements of community. We have forum, which is on the website, where you can just pose a question or respond to posts that are made. The other element is the Facebook private members group. Now, I'm getting used to it. My team of helpers are getting used to it because it's not something so much that we're into, but I know that a lot of people are happy with Facebook. They're logged into it. So what it means is at any point, if you fancy it, you're waiting somewhere, you can just chat about topics on, but it doesn't have to be, I don't know, you can just chat about finding a partner or the weather. You seem to be very good at chatting about the weather at the beginning of these events. So the idea is you can interact in any which way you want. It is a private members group on Facebook, so only members can be in it, and obviously I'm afraid if you try not to be a member, then you go out of it. Bear with us on the Facebook. We have to approve you, so we'll gradually approve you. That'll take a bit longer. On the forum, again, you can post there, and it's up to you how it works. I'm hoping we'll have some great interaction. Obviously Facebook is much quicker because you can post something comes back straight away, whereas on the forum it can take a little long, but it tends to build up. It really does. I mean, some of the helpers, you'll see there's a few topics already, and some of the people have already interacted on it, and I have to say, Sean who played in the teams Friday, he's very computer navvy, so if you can get up with him, he's already posted a few things on there that have I don't know how he's done them, so but we're going to make that easier for you as you go. Passwords, sorry, someone did mention passwords, you can always update your passwords, okay? So, and change them. When you do say you've forgotten it, you will get an email back with another password. It will be a complicated password. That's when you need to know how to copy, okay? That's when you need to know how to copy and paste, okay? Not so easy on iPads, of course, but we will solve it. We are there. You can always contact us. There'll be a contact us in the help, and you can contact us any which way you want. So calendar. What's a calendar? That's our calendar, so that you can look on it and see what's available. So on any given day you can see, and if there's going to be something new, we'll put it in there, but we will be emailing you with that as well. Okay, so don't forget, I'm not exactly sure how to do this anyway, but if you find the email in spam, you should be able to say, no, I want this in my inbox. So make sure it knows. As you get to know us, of course, it will realise that you do want it. Okay, because of course, if these computers are amazing things, so they get to know, oh, she seems to be looking at that email each time. I'll keep it in her box. Okay, and yes, I think that's a good point, Ruben. If you do have any technical questions, ask Helen. She'll kill me for that, but that's probably the right solution, I think. Help. A lot of you will be saying help. We are going to be populating that help. So at the moment, the help has BBO. So it's going to take you through how to log in. It's going to take you through how to find one of our set hands little competitions on BBO. Notice we are not playing these set hands to win. Because let's be honest, if you wanted to do that, you could look at my videos first. Okay, and then go on. Okay, and I'm sure some of you will. Okay, but the idea is what I find is if you get the chance to play the hands first, then it tends to bed in the ideas better. Okay. With regard to if you want to play the hands on your Q+, or you want to play them on your other software, or you want to play a private game, we have got help for that. Okay, Q+ is a form of software, Gene. Okay, it's something that I demonstrate on here. There's all sorts of bridge softwares out there. Okay, and it just so happens clearly if you have a piece of bridge software, you can usually download hands. So we will have a file that you can download. Those of you who got an email today will notice that there are a couple of files that you will probably not need. There may be 4 of you out there who's thinking, do you know, I would love to play, why don't we play the 4 as a foursome? So rather than just randomly joining a competition, which will have 80 of you in or whatever, you could sit as a 4. It is technical. So one of you needs to be brave, okay? BBO is not that user-friendly for downloading things. So you need what's called a lin file for that. There are helps. And if the help videos don't work, tell me and we'll create another one. For those of you who have Q+, you probably don't use half of Q+ yet. I have created 6 or 7 videos to explain how to get the most out of your Q+. Okay. So let's go back. So, I mean, a lot of these things are obviously self-explanatory. The blog is my blog, it's my family blog. I will be updating that hopefully a bit more now that we get going. Okay, we've been a bit busy. We've been a bit busy over the last few days, as you can imagine. So yeah, we will be, I'll be updating that. And generally, I mean, I will put some bridge things, but not really. I mean, the bridge stuff's going to be on the website, isn't it? So it'll be me, Alfie and Helen. And quite often it's Alfie causing havoc, so we'll see. I just created a post on it, but I haven't uploaded. It was me making Italian bread, so you can. I'll hopefully get that one up later. Not sure you want to see it, Winnie. Log out. I think I don't want you to become too addicted, so you're allowed to log out. And then of course my account, which is going to be your home page. You've got 4 big buttons. And which are designed to go to live, to your hands of the week, your quizzes, and the seminar. So they take you there quickly, so it's much easier on an iPad like that. But you've also got the option of changing all your account details. Does that make sense? So you can change your card, your name, etc. I will give a recipe out once I've put the blog up there. It's chickpea flour. Chickpea flour. Okay, so and if people are interested, I will do it. We quite like it. It's a very flat, it's got to be eaten straight away. So it's a flatbread. It's so simple. It is so simple. So you know, if I'm honest, it's got to be pretty simple. The gluten-free bread we like as well. Alfie loves getting involved in that, and it's just about doable. Bridge holidays will be on the website eventually, Ruben. If I'm honest. We're not doing it yet because we don't feel able to yet. I've just had a chat. I have said I'm going on something next year, but I don't necessarily know that I'm going on it, but we are. So we will, as soon as we feel able to promote bridge events, they will be, and we'll be talking about those in a big way. So. And obviously we're all excited, but there's no point getting excited about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know some of you are on the river cruise with me in August. It is still there. It's, I don't know what the result will be. Okay, so we'll see. But anyway, enough about cooking. But we will get that on the forum or something like that. Okay, we're allowed non-bridge things. Why not? I think I've gone through everything there. So basically, the idea. What's the idea of the website? There's a lot for you to do there. You can see how much you want to do. There's hands. There's this and that, and then you can chat. So you can. If you want to get involved in the community, some of you will be thinking, oh my God, I'm not interested in that. But some of you will think, great, that's a good. And particularly those of you who are single, feeling, you can find people online. Now, remember, the bridge might not go well with you, but you might just chat about the bridge that, I love. What I often say to husbands and wives is this, if you don't play with each other, you'll find it great fun talking about bridge together. Because you will both have made mistakes on the same hand and you'll think, oh, that's funny. When you play with each other, it's not so easy. Okay, so again, when you get together online, if you're not playing with each other, chatting about, do you know that set hand? We ended up in 6 no trumps on the one we were supposed to be in 4, and in 4 no trumps in the one we were supposed to be 6. Hey, these things happen. All right, where are we going now? Let's go to the quiz. Let's calm down. Let's bring it down. Bring it down. Okay, all right, let's go to the quiz again. All right. Here we go. Okay. I'm not sure Delia's worried about Norwich City anymore. I think she's already given up on that one. Let's have a look. 1 no trump, 2 spades. Who were the gamblers? Because everybody knows I'm a gambler anyway. Oh, I need to get a tie hard. Okay. So, I think you've got obvious options. I think you should be making a bid. I hope everybody's happy with that. I think pass is too wimpy. So I think we've got to make a bid. Crucial thing here is, what does 3 clubs show? What does 3 clubs show? If it's strong in your system, and I'm quite happy for it to be strong, what does your partner bid? Okay. Even if you play Lebenssoll, which some of you might do, I don't think you need it on this hand. Okay, I think that this is just a 3 no trump hand. Okay, the idea is there's quite often you're going to make 9 tricks on this hand, and you may well make 9 tricks in 3 clubs, and you may well make 9 tricks in 3 no trumps. 3 clubs is a safer contract in that if you go down, okay, then you only go down 1. Whereas 3 no trumps, when you go down big time. Okay, but what's the upside? Well, the upside, of course, is 3 no trumps is going to give you a game bonus. Now, a lot of people might bid 3 clubs here. What does it mean? Okay, so let's look at the hand anyway. But what does 3 clubs mean? And as long as you are sure, and it's amazing, it's a very common situation, but a lot of people are not sure. Okay, I'm not sure. So it's a very common situation. 1-no trump overcall, what does 3 clubs mean? But it is amazing how many people are not sure whether 3 clubs is forcing or not. Okay. So the crucial thing on this hand is, if you give your partner the king of clubs, so let's take away partner's hand. Let's say you look at your hand. If you give your partner the king of clubs, how many times are you going to make 3-no trumps? Do you know, I would say it's getting up to 75% of the time. Okay, one, your partner might have something else in spades, which you've seen when I showed you here. Okay, another time is that, and believe me, people do this, but South thinks, well, they bid 3-no trumps, they must have a spade stop, or I'll lead something else. Okay, or your partner may just have, if he's got the king of clubs and the ace of spades, the ace and king of hearts, well, that's 9 tricks. So here, if that jack of clubs happened to be the king, you've got 9 tricks off the top. The problem I have is, what do you bid over 3 clubs? So let's say you bid 3 clubs with the west hand. What does east bid? I think a lot of people, unless it's forcing, and I think it should be forcing, Jeff, absolutely, but it is amazing how many people are not sure what 3 clubs means. Okay, so for me it's a 3-no trump bid because it makes things simple, and the hand I'm going to show on Q Plus today is a similar thing. It's going to be basically saying, partner, you know, I think 3-no trumps is the easiest bid. On this hand, you're not guaranteed to be making. Of course, if South leads a spade, you are going to make. Okay, but if he leads anything else, you may not. But of course, bear in mind, South has made a 2-spade overcall. Generally, you would expect him to have a reasonable hand for that. So who is the favourite to hold the king of clubs? Who's the favourite to hold the king of clubs? Can you see the idea? So if my partner holds the king of clubs, I'm feeling 3-no trumps is a good gamble. But actually, of the 2 opponents, surely the person who's made the bid is the more likely to have the king of clubs. So even when my partner hasn't got the king, okay, well then I still want to be in 3-no trumps. Okay, so that's the crucial thing here, okay? But it's not always going to make. It's not always going to make. And the point is, you're putting yourself in probably the best contract. Notice that is 3 clubs going to make when 3-no trumps doesn't make. Can you see the idea? I think you might lose a spade, 2 or 3 diamonds, and a club if the club finesse doesn't work. So this is the interesting thing. If 3-no trumps goes off, I think 3 clubs might go off as well. So let's look at your other options, because people are discussing that. If you are completely sure that 3 clubs is forcing, it should be in natural bidding, then you could bid 3 clubs, but what would East bid in response to 3 clubs? Bear in mind, if you're playing Lebenssoll, you should still be bidding 3 clubs here. Please don't worry what Lebenssoll is. Too complicated to get into here. But I think you're strong enough to be bidding a normal 3 clubs here. And that's why I'm bidding 3-no trumps here. Okay, I would prefer 3 clubs to be a bit stronger, but I think you're strong enough not to bid 2-no trumps. But that's another matter. Please ignore what I'm talking about. So if you bid a strong 3 clubs here, what are you expecting from your partner? I guess with queen to 3 spades, he could maybe dredge up 3-no trumps, but he would be gambling. A lot of the time when 3-no trumps would be right, you know, again, if you've got Brenda's coming up with 3 heart shows stoppers, the problem is do you know that? Is 3 hearts actually showing 4 hearts? Is it maybe 5? Because sometimes a bad 5-card heart suit. Okay, so I think you're making the problem with 3 clubs here is it just makes the auction more difficult. Whereas when I look at that hand, I think 3-no trumps looks right. I think 3-no trumps looks right. And I'm a gambler too. Okay. So the short answer is they led a diamond, spade back, club finesse was wrong, and I went 3 down. Ignore that. Okay, so a lot of times long minors, if they're good long minors, I want you to gamble. good long miner's gamble, make it a bad miner completely. If I have queen jack to 6 clubs there and an ace and a king outside, you know, I'm not that interested. And now I might end up in 3 clubs. Okay, that would only be for those. Can you understand this? If you don't play this complicated system called Lebenssoul, 3 clubs is not an easy bid. Because what do you do when you've got 6 clubs and 8 points? It's tricky. Just ignore, those of you who don't know Lebenssoul, ignore what they're talking about there. Please just ignore that. Okay, they're talking about a complicated system. It's something that we might come up in the form and things like that. Okay, all right, so do not worry about what they're saying. Okay, let's go to the hand. Let's go to our Q plus hand. And I'm afraid to say, I've got to talk about the teams here. Just going to quickly make sure I'm in the right place. I am. So, the teams on Friday. Sorry, spoiler alert here. Spoiler alert. So those of you who don't want to know and you will still want to see it. We did all right. We were 30 imps up with, or 29 imps up with 4 boards to play. And unfortunately, our teammates didn't quite perform for the last 4 boards. So we ended up losing the match quite extraordinarily. But that's not to worry. These things happen. There was a strange thing going on the last board. With hesitations, things. I don't think there was anything untoward. And of course, knowing that we had 7 imps in hand, I don't think anybody should have been doubling. But no, very interesting. So let's look at a hand from the teams anyway, which is a similar theme. So I thought I'd use this one. So this is a hand from the teams. And we're going to start the bidding. West is the opening bidder. Everybody vulnerable. Everybody vulnerable. Pass from West. Brian had the North hand and has a 1-no trump bid there. Okay, 14 points. East has the most clear-cut pass in the world. We were playing against Sean and Colleen. Colleen is a good girl. Sean likes to bid too much. He got hugely lucky against us because he really did deserve to have a hand that could have been doubled because he kept on bidding vulnerable against us. So he decided to make a bid with this hand. I think 2 diamonds in their system shows a multi, shows a weak hand with a major. Okay, so it was alerted. It wasn't quite alerted, I think, quite correctly because they said a weak hand with a long suit. I would have thought the usual system is it's a weak hand with a long major. Okay, don't worry about that. Again, if I'd had a 4th heart in my hand, I would have doubled 2 diamonds and then come back and penalise them. As it happens, we'd have got a good penalty out of 2 hearts anyway, but with only 3, that's not always easy. So what's your bid? That's all I want you to know. So the 2 diamond bid has been alerted. You do not have to worry about their system. Just know that 2 diamonds said that they had a long suit. At vulnerable, you really should have a stronger hand than that because you are asking for trouble, particularly at teams. I don't mind what you do at pairs, it's up to you. But playing teams, you have a teammates. So don't be doing it. Okay, be careful. Because you can end up in horrible situations. Okay, so what would you do here over the 2 diamond bid? As I say, it's alerted. Now here you could look for a spade fit here, okay? But I think your spades are not that good. You have good cards in all the other suits. It's probably called multi-landy, those of you who are asking what the system is. It's probably 2 clubs for the majors and 2 diamonds shows a long major. It's the idea, anybody who's played a multi. My choice was 3 no trumps because I felt even if we had a 4-4 spade fit, we might be better in 3 no trumps. In a way, it's a similar thing, making it more simple. Now, what I explained live in the teams thing was that when Brian and I played a long time ago, and I played with a number of other partners, we'd often have a system file which was very long. Not only that, every time we would play against opponents in a teams match, you would look at their convention card. Okay, you would look at their convention card and you would have a system to defend against it. Okay, so over 2 diamonds, for example, if Brian and I had been discussing it, we would have had double shows you a strong hand. Okay, you know, and now let's discuss, and we're more likely. The disadvantage of playing on here, we didn't know the system our opponents were playing, okay, so we haven't had a chance to discuss it. So if you start bringing doubles in and things like that in here, you may well get into a complicated auction, okay. So here I would bid 3 no trumps. It's the practical bid. However, if you've discussed with your partner, double I think is a very reasonable bid, because it's saying, partner, I'm strong. And then, of course, we might choose to finish in, obviously, 2 hearts doubled. And let's have a look. What are you going to do? You're going to make 3. I mean, best defense, you might make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe an 8th trick. So you only, I mean, you're going to get 500 or 800 out of it. So at teams, that's not a huge profit. Okay, because you're making 600 out of your 3 no trumps. What was interesting though was at the other table, and it's interesting because I often say that I bid to get in the way, but here I think actually the bid has helped us. So let's go back to it. It stopped me bidding Stayman. I think if it goes 1 no trump pass, it's going to go 2 clubs, 2 spades, 4 spades, and we'd finish in 4 spades. At the other table, 4 spades went a couple off. Now I'm not saying it was perfect defense, so perfect play, but it's interesting. Okay, 4 spades went a couple off, whereas 3 no trumps we made, I think, with an over trick, 3 no trumps plus 1, and of course, West didn't know their partner's suit because of their system. Can you see that? So they didn't know the partner's suit, because that's one of the problems with the multi. But the other element is I know what East's hand is. I know that East has, as soon as I see the thing, I can pretty much guess that East has 6 hearts, and that helps me as well. So I'm getting information from them. Okay. So that was one of the hands. An interesting one. I could have brought up many other hands from the teams. I think our teammates ended up in a perfectly reasonable 6 no trumps on one of them. Might have made it, but went off, and of course that was one of the big swings. And then the last hand they doubled. We were both in 3 spades, and unfortunately they doubled at the other table. So I was a bit shocked there, as you might have heard at the end of it. But we had some fun. This week, of course, we've got Friday Live. We're Friday Live, remember, that is only on the website. So I apologise for those who aren't with us, but the Friday Live is only on the website. And the Friday Teams, again, only on the website. Once we're up and running, if you really want to, you can purchase individual products. They will price you out of the market, as it were, because I'll be just pretending that you should really join me. Okay, but you will have the option. So we've looked at the answer to the quiz. What I'm going to do now is show you a thing. Okay, remember this is only, I should say this is only for the launch day. Only and it won't be the whole of the launch day. So this is you'll see up to the top, it now says Bernard Magee Bridge Quiz 0001. So this is the bidding quiz, the first bidding quiz on the website. When you get on, you will see it, and you will then be able to respond. P or pi, I can't remember, is it pi? Do not worry about conventions. The beautiful thing about bridge is when I bring up conventions, I remember to say to people, look, have a look at this, okay? If you like it, go for it. If you don't, don't. Okay, and particularly as a partnership, I never teach Laban, so I may well mention it in some of the seminars coming up that we do, or some of the lives, but I will certainly not be going near it on a Friday, because on Friday we're going to try and keep things more in the zone. Okay, what's interesting is whenever you talk about a convention, if you sit down with someone and say, let's play Lebenssoul, look at the discussion that's just gone on. There are 1,000 different ways of playing Lebenssoul, and it is confusing. So you're the opening bidder. Nice and simple. I'm going to give you the answer on the website. Those of you who are not members, you will be able to go to the website and just put in your email address and and you will be able to see the answer there, because I won't be covering this next Monday. So if you do want the answer, just go to the website, put in your email address, and you can see it. But those of you who are on the website, if you couldn't wait that long, what are we, 16 minutes, you'll be able to get the answer on the website. So it's your opening bid. Love all. Don't forget, nobody vulnerable. So there we go. I hope you enjoy the website. Please be in contact. Please talk to me about what you like, what you don't like, what works. Now, we are working. We know that some of you are on really old iPads. Now, bear in mind, what really old iPads means is if you are up with the technology, really old means, well, you see, it's only 8 years, something like that, or whatever. I know that some of you think really old is 60 years, okay? So I'm sorry about that. But we are working with that, and we are hoping that we will be able to get things perfect for the old iPads eventually. But they don't really, most software companies, etc., do not really work with old iPads. I know some of you will know that already. If you try to get Netflix, for example, on an iPad, you can't. Okay, so but we are going to do. You will still have functionality, but it probably won't look as perfect as it should. Okay, so what we'll do, so we are working on that. But do contact us and tell us how things are doing. The emails are there. I'll be on the forum. I'm going to be on the website a lot. Okay. My team are going to be there between 3 o'clock and 4:15 on the forum and on Facebook. So if you want to chat to them, they'll be there. I'll be there. We will have, when we do the BBO site, when you're playing on BBO, you've got fortnight to do it. Okay? You've got a fortnight to do it. Oh, someone's on the website already. There you go. You've got a fortnight to do it. So don't just rush off and do it straight away on Tuesday, but you can. Okay? We will have helpers there as well. And I'm going to give them a name now. BMB Help. BMB Help. So look out for them, or just phone, email, and we will be there for you. Let's have some fun. Thanks for being here, and I will see you soon. If not on a Friday Live, probably on the website. Thanks very much, and see you soon.